sometimes caring too much for others makes you forget to care for yourself.
This is the story of a man who helped everyone except himself.
His name was Arav, kind, generous, and always available.
The Man Who Forgot Himself. A story about boundaries and peace. Everyone in the village knew Arav would never say no.
If someone needed help, he'd drop everything and run. He believed kindness meant always being available. But day by day, his own life began to fade.
His own world was falling apart while he fixed others. His hands were strong, but his heart was tired.
One evening, dark clouds gathered suddenly.
Arav ran to help others. Again, he forgot that his own crops were still uncovered. By the time he returned home, everything he owned was gone.
"You can't pour from an empty cup, my son," she whispered.
"You can't pour from an empty cup, my son," she whispered.
The next morning, he met a traveler resting by the road. "Why do you look so lost?" the traveler asked.
"I help everyone, yet I feel empty."
"Do you see that river?" he said. "It gives water to all.
But when it forgets its own path, it destroys everything."
Even kindness needs walls to protect its flow. "For 7 days," said the traveler, "don't say yes immediately. Pause. Ask, can I really afford this today?"
Arav looked at his unfinished garden and said, "Not today."
For the first time, he chose himself.
His land slowly began to breathe again.
He felt peace he hadn't felt in years. One night, the rain returned, and his roof began to leak. The village was quiet. The helpers were gone. But this time, he didn't feel weak. He felt free.
"So this is what self-respect feels like," he whispered.
His peace was stronger than any applause. He had started saying no, and his life said yes. People began to notice the change. They learned to solve their own problems. They respected him, not for what he did, but for what he became. He no longer rushed to please the world.
"You've finally come home to yourself," she said.
He smiled. The silence now felt sacred. Weeks later, the traveler returned. "So," he said, "did the world fall apart when you said no?"
"No," Arav replied. "It just became quieter."
"That quiet," he said, "is peace, not loneliness. When you stop being everywhere for everyone, you finally become someone for yourself. People respect what you protect. Protect your time, protect your peace, protect your energy. You are not selfish for choosing yourself.
Say no to noise and yes to your soul.